Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol. What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
Not a thing. Just reading the news. What are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm just sitting here following along. Just trying to get along to go along to get along.
What you want to talk about?
I'm just curious about, your takes on the whole electricity crisis in Europe you're talking about.
Oh, I honestly don't know enough about it. That's why we were reading up on it tonight, because it was a story that I felt needed covering, and I didn't.
No, it absolutely does, and I agree with you, man.
That's why, I don't exactly know what's going on in Europe.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, would you mind talking about it with me?
Oh,
And
please.
maybe we can figure it out together.
Yeah, hey, let me know what you know.
Well, it turns out that part of it potentially. Look, I don't know. I'm just basing what I say on the right-wing news from Fox. But it seems like there might be an issue with the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is why Germany won't back our play to defend the Ukraine, because if we did that, they might cut off the gas supply to Germany.
Yeah. Oh, Germany gets over 50% of their gas supply from Russia. So
Yeah.
tenfold increase in home heating prices. I totally understand that. I'm amazed that Germany is not more energy efficient, though.
Well, I mean, what they used to, they can't be. They don't have the natural. That's why they lost the war. Yeah.
Well,
World War II, right? Germany and Japan were conquering lands to try to, intercept natural resources from other countries because they're just like a small, isolated. You know what I mean?
I thought they'd be a lot more green, is what I mean. But maybe it being the dead of winter is a factor.
Well, and it's probably a factor, but I mean, what does green really do for you? I mean, it's far less efficient, and I mean that's just a fact. Look, I am a Seattle transplant living in Texas. Okay, I've been trying to change things, dude. I'm a Beto bro, but we got hit really hard with reality last winter with all the green energy stuff that was signed by, oddly enough, the Republican governor, not Abbott, but the one before him. And the windmills froze up, and even the natural gas lines froze up.
No, it was the natural gas that was the cause of a lot of the problems. The whole windmill freezing up. We covered this. I have a horrible memory, so remembering something that I covered last year is kind of hard on me. But if I remember correctly, it wasn't a problem with green energy so much as it was the.
Well, I mean, the solar panels were covered with snow. They couldn't really see.
They store energy.
Huh?
They store energy though. It doesn't have to.
No,
be sunny.
they don't. They actually power battery packs that store energy. The panels themselves don't store any energy at all. They're battery chargers is what they are.
Battery, that's where the energy goes, to a battery.
Yeah, but if the battery can't be charged, it's like if you have the alternator in your car shut off.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? Like your battery in your car, it's going to power your headlights and your radio. You can drive along until the battery gets below.
I know how it works.
You got to have something recharging that battery, and that's what the solar panels do. And then there's a situation in place at the solar farms that actually converts that DC power into AC power. And so, I'm curious how, I want your take. What are they going to do in Europe if Russia invades Ukraine and they don't give a shit about the sanctions, and It's like they've.
Okay,
Nord
hold
Stream
on.
2.
This is specifically talking about the Texas power outage last winter. The Texas Public Policy Foundation, a conservative think tank with ties to the fossil fuel industry, alleged that the storm would have never been an issue had our grid not been so deeply penetrated by renewable energy sources. It's coming from a biased source.
No, and I
but
agree.
This
with
focus
that,
on
right?
windmills ignores the evident fact that, as Abbott acknowledged on local TV, every kind of power generation fell short in this storm. In fact, significantly more natural gas and coal went offline than renewables. But that doesn't suggest fossil fuels were uniquely to blame either. They were responsible for more production, so it's no surprise they were more of a source of failure. Grid operators say it simply doesn't make sense to pinpoint any one generation source for criticism.
No, you're right, and that was what I was trying to tell you. But my point is, like,
you blamed the outages on green energy.
I blame the outages on the former Republican governor of Texas, Rick Perry. If you don't remember,
I remember he went on to oversee the Department of Energy at the federal level.
Fuck too. See, you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't see how, like, supporting Nord Stream 2, which the Biden administration is doing, is going to help prevent.
What do you mean supporting Nord Stream 2?
Texas. Huh?
What do you mean by supporting Nord Stream 2? That's just a deal between Russia and Germany. What do we have to do with that?
Yeah, but He kills the Keystone Pipeline, but yet he keeps the
Nord Stream
2.
What did the Keystone Pipeline?
What did the
Keystone? Who did the Keystone Pipeline belong to? Who were they shipping oil to, and what kind of oil was it?
Okay, it was crude oil. It was actually mostly. It was oil from Canada, from the oil
Canada. It was a Canadian pipeline shipping shell oil, not crude.
Shipping what?
Shell oil.
Well, no. Look, shale oil is crude.
Very
oil is
dirty
and
has to be refined.
No, crude oil is just oil that hasn't been refined.
Where was Canada shipping shell oil to?
They're shipping it here. And they were shipping
No.
in Europe.
No. That pipeline went down to the Gulf to send it to another country. It had nothing to do with the United States. It was just a pipeline that passed through the United States. They were shipping shell. The U.S. doesn't deal with the shell oil because it's too expensive to refine. They were shipping it to China.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, because
yes,
a lot of United States oil is shale oil. I mean, you look at the oil from Pennsylvania and the oil from North Dakota and South Dakota, Wyoming. That's all shale oil, man. It's the Eagle Ford Shale down in Texas.
Oil shale, despite the name, does not actually contain oil, but rather a type of organic matter called kerogen, a precursor of oil that is converted to a type of crude oil. That's what we're talking about here. And they were shipping it to China, where they were refining it.
You think so?
I know so.
I don't think so, dude.
I don't think you're informed on the topic.
I mean, based down here in Texas, I know a lot of oil men. I used to work in the oil
Michael
business.
Jackson just followed me. Welcome, Michael. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Michael. No, I mean the oil that's coming from all shale oil is just crude oil.
No, I just explained to you what shale oil is.
Well, no, you explained to me some sort of weird.
No, I was reading from the U.S. Geological Service what shale oil is.
Oh, I understand that part, man.
Do you?
No, I do.
And then it was Canada shipping shale oil to China. Had nothing to do with us or our oil production. Nothing. Other than it ran across our land. Native land, might I add. And it leaked many times.
Dude, you know what? All the land around here is native.
Should be, yes. Yes.
But, you know.
But this was specifically a native reservation.
I'm not going to have a conversation about that, Native American rights. I mean, obviously, dude.
I don't think you should have a conversation about stuff you're not really informed on.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
You didn't know what the Keystone Pipeline was doing.
No, I do know what it's doing.
You made an argument that had something to do with our oil production, and you trying to blame Biden for canceling it.
Biden did cancel it.
Yes, and I agree with that decision.
I'm sure you do. I mean, it's fine, dude. I mean, look.
Well, you didn't know. You didn't know what it was. You were for it, and you didn't know what it was and what it did. That's my problem with the right wing. You understand? Like, you guys are never informed, and right wingers always say that.
I'm not right wing. I'm center. I'm actually on your side on a lot of issues, man.
Right wingers always think they're fucking in the center, but you're spouting right wing talking points at me.
How's that?
The whole Keystone Pipeline shit.
Yeah, but the Keystone Pipeline when he shut that down, our gas prices did go up a fair bit, yeah?
That had nothing to do with the Keystone Pipeline for the reason I just explained to you. That had to do with rising demand.
I don't see how that's possible.
That had to do with rising demand and OPEC not releasing more barrels because they wanted to drive up the price.
How could there possibly be rising demand when half the country is shut down?
Half the country is shut down? What are you talking about?
Where do you live? You live in New York. You can't even go outside without paperwork.
Don't live in New York. That's not true. The entire fucking country is wide the fuck open. There are no restrictions. There haven't been restrictions since March of 2020. And even then, we didn't even shut down half the country. You know that, right? At the height of lockdowns, we didn't shut down half the country. Over 50% of our economy was still functioning.
We didn't. The government did.
When I say I'm part of the government, I vote for the government. When I say we, I mean we as a country. There has not been any sort of lockdown measures since what, May, June of 2020?
I don't know. I was just in California.
Yeah, you don't know.
No, I do.
What can't you do where you're at right now?
Where I'm at?
Yeah. What can't you do? You can go to a movie, can't you? You can go out to a restaurant. What can't you fucking do?
I live in California. I mean, I live in Texas, so
California.
I can do whatever I want.
I can show you my friends in California went out to dinner this past week. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did they show their COVID papers or have to wear a mask or?
Well, that's dependent on the venue because there's not a lot of fucking local municipalities that are enforcing anything. And why wouldn't you want them to?
True. That's true. They're not.
What, are you against mask mandates or some shit?
I'm against the freedom of people. Look.
No. Okay, you are right wing. Don't bullshit me. So you're against mask mandates.
Not, though.
You are.
I'm not against mask. Yeah, I am against mask mandates. I'm against mandates against the people that.
You shouldn't be against mask mandates.
Huh?
You shouldn't be against mask mandates.
Why?
Because then it puts the onus on individual businesses. So then you have, like, if a business wants to have a mask policy, you have assholes yelling at these minimum wage workers. Oh, my freedom! So if the government just mandates it, which the state should, because masks cut down on the spread of COVID, which is a public health crisis,
but
and that takes the onus.
They just came out with a CDC study that said
No, you don't know what you are talking about.
No, listen. If an individual business,
you are a right-wing idiot.
Look,
you do not know what you were talking about.
If an individual business wants to mandate that on
The
their own
CDC
accord
study
without
did not
government
say what
influence?
you think it said.
It doesn't?
It says you need to upgrade your mask because cloth masks aren't effective enough with the highly contagious Omicron variant. So
Yeah,
that's
but
why
the
they are
Omicron
now
variant
shut the fuck up.
is-
That's why they are now recommending N95 masks, which they should have sent to every American months and months and months ago.
Well, but, it is what it is, man.
It is not what it
And
is not. It is what it is. It fucking killed like 8 million people worldwide. More people have died of COVID in the United States than died in the 1918 flu pandemic. And I find that just outlandish. That is an indictment of our system. And it's because of assholes like you that are like, oh, I'm a freedom. I shouldn't have mask mandates. And you're not a centrist. You're a far-right nut job.
Hey, Justin. Dude, I like you. I would love to get together for a beer with you. Smoke a cigar. You're a fantastic guy.
I don't smoke anymore. It makes me sick.
Oh, really?
I'll smoke some pot with you. But yeah. I can't. Last time I smoked a cigar,
I'm on board, man.
I hurled.
I'm on board. Let's do it. That's the one part of living in Texas I don't like, man. That shit is not legal here.
I might come down to Texas sometime soon. I mean, it'll be after the pandemic.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, Justin.
But I
do think you are a national treasure, my friend.
How is it that you like me and that you're coming on here and you're just spouting right-wing nonsense? Are you just trolling me? If so, you did a good job.
I'm
Thank
not
you
trolling
for it.
you. No. Look, I'm too old to troll people, man. I don't have time for that. I really just wanted to interact with you a little bit and get your point of view, like man-to-man, face-to-face. Well, not face-to-face, obviously, but I feel like your heart is in the right place.
You're telling me you feel like my heart is in the right place, but I don't think you're informed enough on the issues to have the opinions that you have.
That's fine.
So you're trying to say that I'm wrong, but yet I'm far more informed than you are on like everything that you threw out here, right? See what I'm talking about?
So. Yeah, I mean, you got me.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely got me.
So, I try to live in a fact-based world, whereas I feel like people that, are anti-mask or, throwing out stuff about the Keystone Pipeline and green energy, they don't actually live in the real world. They don't operate on facts. It's more emotion.
Well, I mean, we can go ahead and get into the green energy thing if you want with the battery-powered cars and stuff and talk about what it takes to actually get lithium-ion batteries out of the ground.
Well, I mean, there is an issue with the resources to make the batteries, with the storage of the batteries. I understand all of that, and I'm not advocating for any one approach.
So
I'm open to nuclear. I'm open to.
Can we find a little common ground here, Justin?
How have I not convinced you on all the other issues when I've presented you with facts and you didn't really know what you were talking about? How did we not find common ground by me winning you over?
No, let's just say you did win me over on those.
Okay.
Because you did present some pretty good points, and I'm going to have to clearly go back to the fucking drawing board here. But what about the fact that the battery-powered cars are? I mean, there are some studies out there, and look, I'm going to take all that with a grain of salt. That it takes like about the same amount of carbon energy that it would take a car to burn for like a couple of months, maybe a year, just to mine enough lithium to get the lithium-ion batteries, along with the slave labor in Africa to get that out of there.
I mean, clearly, I'm not for slave labor. Elon Musk might have a different opinion on this. I just acknowledge the issue with lithium.
It is a problem, right?
Yes, but also there is a problem with coal.
Common ground, brother.
There is a problem with natural gas. There's a problem with crude oil. All of them have problems. That's why you have to have a very mixed approach.
Well, thank you this. I'm going to get a little bit personal about my life here, okay?
All right.
I work in the garbage business, okay? And you understand the effects of methane gas on the environment, right?
Yes, and methane gas from landfills
it's quote unquote
is a huge issue.
Worse than 25 times worse than carbon dioxide. Yeah,
that's a consumption issue. That's another problem with capitalism.
Well, no. But I mean, methane itself is like 25 times more, has more greenhouse effect than carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
It's the numbers I've heard.
Another reason why I'm against factory farming. That's you. Okay. So I'm sure you recognize that when right-wingers mocked AOC for talking about cow farts, that they were idiots then, right?
I mean,
you remember that whole issue, right? And right-wingers were like, "Oh, AOC wants to outlaw cow farts." You remember that whole thing, right?
Yes, I do.
So you will admit that any right-winger that said that is a fucking idiot, correct?
Here's how I'm going to play that one, Justin. I'm going to play that one on both sides.
No. AOC was correct.
Listen to me. Hear me out. Will you hear me out? Cow farts aren't the end of the world. Also, AOC might have been overreacting.
No. The amount of methane coming from factory farms is highly significant. I don't know what the number is.
No. Look. Now you're doing something different. You're talking about factory farms. And
yes, or mass production of cows. That's where they're flatulence. That's what causes the methane.
They are flatulent.
Yes,
but let's get back to what I was talking about with the garbage.
Okay.
So, a lot of times, a lot of people on the left are like they wanna ban fossil fuels, natural gas being a fossil fuel, yeah. But
I don't know that I've ever heard anyone on the left want to ban fossil fuels.
Joe Biden said it himself. Anyway,
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, let's not debate that.
Let's not debate it because you're not right?
Well, we're not going to debate it because you're not going to hear it. He said it.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be a debate.
Well, he said it.
No, I'm going to tell you what he actually said because you're taking him out of context. He said we're going to get rid of fossil fuels. That's okay. These guys are okay. They want to do the same thing that I want to do. They want to phase out fossil fuels, and we're going to phase out fossil fuels. Phase out.
Yeah, but what about Gavin Newsom talking about he won't even allow gas power? Dude, you keep distracting me. I'm not going to let it happen.
You keep saying things that are inaccurate. I don't let that happen. I like to be factual.
Not inaccurate.
It was inaccurate. It wasn't. It
okay,
did not
fine,
properly.
Fine. I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, let's go there. I was wrong. Let's keep on going down the path I was going, and let's say that natural gas is bad, right? It's a fossil fuel, yeah.
Natural gas is bad. Fracking is incredibly bad.
Okay, let's go with that. But if natural gas is no, stop. Hold on. Will you just hold on? Just calm down.
I'm holding it.
Okay, good. Just keep on holding it, buddy.
I got a grip on my dick right now.
We're going to come together in a minute here.
Together!
I work in the garbage business, okay? So even as recently as this afternoon, I was drilling wells in a garbage dump that takes the landfill gas, which is around 50% methane, and it actually takes it and processes it and turns it into natural gas, pure methane, and dumps it right into the pipeline system. So is natural gas in that respect, how do you feel about that?
That sounds perfectly reasonable, but I thought you guys had to vent off shit.
No, sir. We're not allowed to vent off shit. We have to either burn it in a flare, which, in my opinion,
is worse.
And I'm sure that here's where we're going to come together. That's fucking wasteful.
Yeah.
And
so damaging to the environment.
We are in. As a right winger, in your opinion, I do a lot of work trying to bring and harness this gas that's produced by our trash, and we do a lot of work at landfills all over the country to try to capture the gas. Not only that, but also we do a lot of engineering and design, and I've been personally involved with a lot of that to minimize, if not eliminate, groundwater issues based on the rainwater and the fucking garbage juice that seeps out below landfills. And we're trying to turn all that stuff into a positive.
Okay, good. I'm down
That's
for
good,
it.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if you guys want to take on the natural gas issue, how do you separate that? As fossil fuels being bad. Well, what happens if we eliminate all need for fossil fuels? For example, the city of Seattle. No, hold on. The city of Seattle said that no construction is allowed to be built in the city with natural gas heating. Well, what are we going to do with all that garbage dump gas? Where does a lot of, and they want to knock down the dams. Jay Inslee in Washington wants to knock down a lot of the dams on the Columbia and Snake River, which, by the way, probably would be better for the environment. But that electricity has to come from somewhere, and actually hydropower is very clean.
I agree about hydropower, but I don't know the details on these things.
Where's the electricity is supposed to come from? I mean, when you look at what the solar power, the solar panels, they take a lot of rare earth minerals and to produce, and once they're done with their lifespan, you can't even recycle that stuff. You have to throw it away.
I don't think that's true at all.
I don't know,
but I don't know enough about this, and you're making a lot of fucking claims that sound sketchy. And so far, the stuff that you have brought up that I knew about, you haven't had your facts straight. So I'm kind of skeptical. I don't know enough about this.
Okay, fine. The one thing I've known for I've been in the garbage business for 20 years, and I do know this for a fact. About fucking a huge percentage of the plastic that you throw in your recycling bin gets bundled up, shipped to China, and just left sitting somewhere.
Oh, I know that in India.
I know that for a fact. Yeah, in India.
China has stopped taking our garbage, actually. We're sending it to other fucking poor countries.
Our garbage? No.
Yeah.
No, our garbage.
China has plenty of our fucking garbage now. They don't want it anymore. And they produce a lot of their own.
No. Yeah.
No. I just covered this maybe fucking 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for a career for 20-something years.
That doesn't mean that you know about our policy with China. You keep claiming to have some kind of authority, like when we were talking about the Keystone Pipeline, and you didn't know what you were talking about at all with that.
Well, I think that your facts can be debated as well as mine.
No, I was reading the facts to you as we went along. You were reading
from the New York Times, probably, or.
Oh my God!
That's fine. You can read that.
No, the original story was from NPR, and then I was reading from the U.S. Geological Service.
That's better.
One, I'm skeptical of a lot of paid outlets, but two, there's a pay window for the New York Times. Why the fuck would you just throw out the New York Times and be like, I don't trust them?
Well, because
that's a very right-wing tactic. I get that a lot. I'll say something and somebody will be like, you probably watch CNN. That's not an argument.
No, but it is an indicator of where you get your facts from.
Have you watched this show? You said you're a fan of mine.
I am, actually, yes.
So you know that I get my sources, they're reputable. I even cite where I'm talking, where I'm reading from. I point out when I'm on a hard right site. We tackle right-wing news head on here.
And that's why I'm calling and talking to you, man, and spending my time with you, because I actually do like you.
I like you too, but I just wish that if you were going to talk to me about things, that you'd be a little more informed. And
yeah, I could say the same thing about you, brother.
What have I not been informed about? I mean, the proposal about like Jay Inslee and like, I'm sorry I didn't know about that, but like I can't be reading the news all day every day.
Well, neither can I, bro.
Well, yeah, but you're like, if you want to speak on a topic, I'm not the one that brought up Jay Inslee's proposal about dams. Like, you know, you were speaking on topics and you didn't actually know what you were talking about.
Actually, I did know what I was talking about on that one.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Well, on that one, but like the Keystone Pipeline, and I don't even know that you know what you were talking about on that one.
You can go ahead and bring up the Keystone Pipeline all you want, but I mean, I'm talking about like the city of Seattle banning natural gas to homes in the future. I'm talking about like the state of California banning gas-powered lawn equipment. I'm talking like, where does it make sense? I mean, at what point does it stop making sense?
They ban the use of natural gas in new construction.
Yes. But why?
Ban on appliances like gas for... Well, I'm sure they had a reason. Did you do the due diligence to go look up what their reason was?
Warming. It's global warming is why. They think it's going to cause... But here's my question.
So surely they have, like, your argument. Your argument is that they didn't think about like where they would get their energy from if they did this. I'm telling you, they have. They've covered that, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: if the city of Seattle, and this is a topic I know a lot about. I'm actually from there originally. Okay. I got a lot of give a fuck.
That doesn't make you an expert, okay?
No, it doesn't, and I didn't claim to be. I just said I do a lot of reading about it. Okay? And so when it comes to that, the city of Seattle, they just rebuilt their seawall like two or 3 years ago, right? Guess how much higher they built it from the old one?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what this proposal was on the natural gas.
If they're that worried about the global warming and the ice caps and all that shit melting and flooding out everything, why would you build a sea level city with a same size seawall? What? It's all crap, dude. Otherwise,
dude, I'm sure they had reasoning.
What could that reasoning possibly be?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be nice if instead of you having an opinion on the subject, that you go actually get informed on the subject and find out what their reasoning was? I'm trying to like look it up while you're talking, but this is the problem with right wingers. Like you guys just want to talk about shit that you have no clue about. And like you just spew so much bullshit at us, it's overwhelming. And like I'm trying to like look it up as you're talking and you're going on about other shit.
Wait, what?
I wish like do you know what stillmaning your argument is?
Seawall and you've looked up the Seattle seawall?
I'm looking up natural gas in Seattle right now, but here's the thing, like, shouldn't the burden be on you to do that? If you want to make a argument about why they did something, shouldn't you actually go and look up what their reasoning was? Because I'm sure that's been made public.
Well, no, it isn't.
Yes. You should have an obligation to be informed before you spout your opinion on something.
I am informed. I
can't
look up reasons that they don't provide.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure I can look it up right fucking now. Hold on, I will.
Then do it.
Oh.
All right, I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it.
So is this the Alaskan Way seawall we're talking about?
Yes, sir. And I will tell you that the reason that they gave for the natural gas issue was because they wanted to combat global warming. They did say that.
God damn it! I'm trying to fucking read about it. Just like, fuck, dude. Like this, like.
All right.
But here's the thing. Here is the thing. Why didn't you do this?
I already did it. I told you. I couldn't
no, you
provide
didn't.
You a reason because they didn't provide one. Did you find one?
I guarantee you they did. Did you go to the city council minutes?
One? They didn't provide one.
I've been trying.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought it up.
Doubt.
I wouldn't have brought it up.
You didn't fucking know what you were talking about. Like with the first three topics.
I wouldn't have brought it up if they provided one.
I am sure.
They just kind of quietly rebuilt the seawall. They didn't really say anything.
Okay, here's the thing: is like it's not going to be good content for viewers if I sit here and fucking look all this shit up. So how about you call back tomorrow, and I will have looked up both the natural gas issue and the seawall thing. I guarantee there is more that you are not fucking talking about.
Okay.
So then, if I prove you wrong again, will you agree that, hey, before I start having opinions in public about things, I need to go read up on subjects and know what I'm talking about? Because this is my problem with right-wingers. Like, all these people are like, oh, masks don't work on their YouTube channels, but their local health department would be happy to have somebody come on their show and explain how masks do work. But they don't give a shit enough about facts to educate themselves. It's called still manning your argument. You don't want. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's called still manning your argument. It's so that you don't present a straw man, like you saying Biden wanted to ban fossil fuels. He didn't. You straw manned him. You did not still man your argument. And if we all still manned our arguments, we would be a lot better off as society. But right-wingers just want to sling their big, uninformed dicks around and act like they know what they're talking about. And it's fucking annoying.
Hey, I'm going to take offense to that because I do not have a big dick.
I like your sense of humor. You're taking this in stride.
Like I said, I really do actually like you, Justin.
Well, can you not be a burden on me and know what you're talking about?
Well, that's my whole job, is to be a burden on you to make you think.
Oh my God, like, I think you're not the one thinking. That's the problem. You're making me waste time about nonsense when we could be learning about the Ukraine and shit. Do you see what I'm talking about?
All right. Hey, how about this? You told me to call back tomorrow, right? We can chat again?
Yes, and I will look up the seawall and the natural gas thing.
Assign me a homework topic, dude. Assign me a homework topic. I literally have to work tomorrow, but my job requires me to sit there and watch guys work. I'm going to have time.
You pick something and inform me on it. That you pick something that you think I wouldn't know about, and you inform us on it. But like, I'm gonna look up the seawall thing. I'm gonna look up the natural gas thing, and we're gonna see exactly what you're talking about. And I'm pretty sure you already got your assignment.
Now you assign me with something.
I'm not good at coming up with stuff off the top of my head. That's a Sparkles thing.
Well, you brought up Ukraine. Let's look at that.
Okay, you look at Ukraine, and you're gonna tell us something we didn't know. Sound good?
Probably not. I'm probably not going to tell you something you didn't know, but maybe I can come at it with a different perspective.
I don't know much about foreign affairs, so please educate us.
Yeah, dude, I did fuck a French lady once, but it wasn't fucking consensual, dude. She was nasty. She came at me really ridiculous.
Wait, are you saying she...
That was a joke, brother.
What? That fucking rape is
that
not
was
a joke. Are you saying
No,
she raped you?
That was a her on me situation, dude, not me on her. Come on.
It's still not a joke.
For Christ's sake, dude. All right.
Oh.
Well, hey, I'm gonna look up this thing, the Ukraine, and and I'll see what I can come up with.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate the call because that actually was a lot of fun.
All right. I love you, brother. Be
love
safe.
you
Be well
too.
with God, okay?
No God. I am God.
That's okay.
All right,
That's
peace
okay.
out.